guys, it's G, and we're back with another video, and I'm super thirsty. What the fuck? If this is your first time ever seeing my face, please hit the subscribe button down below to join the G gang. If not, then hey, go ahead and let's get straight into the video. As you can tell from the title, we are going to do all story time. Get ready with me story time, because I'm not going nowhere, because you know we're all quarantined and whatnot, but going story time. Story time is going to be about the time my friend ruined my credit. As you guys know, I am 22 years old. I'm allowed to get things on my credit. Let me shave some of my beard real quick, because I don't know, it's my estrogen or whatever, but I just be getting hairs on my chin sometimes. Hella embarrassing, but I'm being very real. I'm kind of insecure about it, but it's not that much of a big deal. Just shave it off. Feel like you shave your armpit hair. Let's just get into the story time. So basically, I had this friend. We were like really close friends. We were like best of friends, y'all. You would think like she was my sister. I met her probably like a year and a half ago. And like, well, y'all would have probably not thought she was my sister because we didn't hang out that often. But like, she was also older than me. When we first met, like, we met at my job. I just thought like me and her like connected really well. Like, she never gave me any funny vibes or anything. We were just super close. In my opinion, I thought we were close. And we used to do, we would hang out for last summer almost just once a week. We used to hang out. It was pretty often. And if we didn't hang out that week, we definitely worked that week. And like, she had lost her car, so I would drive her to work. We worked on the same day. We would drive together, like, and like I wouldn't do that for nobody else because she lived like a good 20 minutes away from me. So like going to work is another 20 minutes. So it's almost like well, the job is closer to her house, whatever. Period. There's a point in the summer where I was like having a falling out with my family. I just didn't like how they were trying to control me. Even though looking back on it now, it was really just for my own good. They just wanted to make sure like their little baby girl was cool, but I was doing some reckless stuff. So I was like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like the fact that I'm being controlled. It's like every time I want to go somewhere, you're like, I pay for this car, so you can't go nowhere. And it's like every time I don't want to answer your phone calls, which was very often, I didn't want to answer the phone calls any day. Anytime I do want to answer the phone calls, they turn my phone off. So I was like, yo, I'm done with this. Like, y'all can keep your phone. I'm gonna get my own. So I took my little behind to the phone store, and like I had her for moral support. Mind you, I had already previously known that, I don't know, you'll see that, that her phone was off. And like throughout like the year and a half that I had known her, her phone was off multiple times. So I mean, I been knew like she wasn't that great with money, especially because her roommate did tell me that she wasn't good with money. But that's my friend. I don't care. I'm gonna give her, I don't care. I don't judge nobody anyway. Shouldn't judge nobody because maybe it's not her fault or whatever. Well, whatever. Maybe she just didn't make adequate enough money to pay her phone bill that month or whatever, right? So like I said, fast forward back to that day, we're at the phone shop, and I was determined. I was determined this summer to get my own phone away from my parents. Y'all do not understand how much I just wanted to get away from them. They were just doing too much for me. I wasn't fucking with it. I don't like the way that they were trying to control me. I thought my parents were like my biggest enemies at this time. To Verizon first, and like something that day, we were about to get the phones and my credit was fine. They told me I was good to go. Something had happened with their system. Like their system had gone down, so they couldn't process it. So they told us to go to this other Verizon store not too far away. And we go there, and they told us the same thing was happening with the system. Like literally, we were about to get our phones. Now, you hear me say our. This situation now was like when we were gonna get our phone, she was gonna get 2 phones on her credit. Now, like I said, her phone had been off, which led me to believe that her credit wasn't that great. And mind you, we've had multiple talks about credit. Like we even talked about at one point like moving in with each other. Just the idea, like playing around with the idea. It wasn't nothing serious, obviously, but like I just was so unhappy with my home life. I was like, fuck it. And I just wanted to get a new phone because I also had like last summer I had an iPhone 5, iPhone 6 Plus, one of them, I think it was iPhone 5 Plus. The guy that was at Verizon ran her credit and go mine went through. So we were gonna get 2 iPhone 10s and pay it off within a certain time frame. Now, like I said, the system had gone down. So I think the Lord was trying to tell me, Gia, don't do this, Gia, don't do this. But my ass took myself to the second Verizon that they told me to go to, and they told me that their systems were also down. So I was like, bro, we're going somewhere else. I don't give a fuck. So we went to another Verizon, mind you, because I had gotten approved. He had gave me the number of the approval to give the other Verizon, and when we got there he told me I wasn't approved. So right next to the third Verizon store, we went to a T-Mobile. It was approved right off the bat, but I had to, I guess because I had never like gotten any bills in my name, they wanted me to like secure my identity. So they asked me a whole bunch of questions that I never thought anybody in my life would ask me. Who was my uncle? How long have I lived in this state? Like some really weird stuff. Anyway, so when I got approved, we actually were able to get, same thing, 2 iPhone 10s for cheaper. The price point was cheaper than Verizon, but of course it's gonna be cheaper because Verizon has better coverage anyway than T-Mobile, but that's why it's more expensive. Yeah, so we went with T-Mobile because they were obviously giving me less problems than Verizon. That's besides the point. So as we're getting our phones, we get accessories as well. We get the screen protectors. We also get phone cases that are still not paid off. We also, and I got AirPods that I'm still paying off, but that was my choice. But I didn't really give a fuck because it was on my credit. And I don't know if you guys know, but whenever you start a phone line, they always ask for a down payment if your credit is not good enough, or if it's like, I don't know, I feel like they all do that. My credit was pretty good, but they still wanted me to put a down payment on it. So I put a down payment of $300. Mind you, if it was on her credit, if it had been on her credit, I still would have put the $300 down because I was the only one that had the $300. She didn't have any money at that time. I told her, like, girl, like, if we do this, if it's on my credit and I'm putting the $300 down, I want you to be able to pay me every month, no issues. Like, that's the only thing I want you to promise me. She's like, yeah, girl, of course, because obviously she wants a new phone because her phone was busted and her phone was off. We get our phones, we get our accessories, and we just happy as hell living our happy dandy life, and we go about our life. We start paying this phone bill that we just acquired. Paying the phone bill the first month was no problem, but I kind of saw like it was going to be a problem eventually, because the first time that I asked, the first month when the bill was due, and I had asked her for the money, because I always try to pay my bills in advance. I don't have to worry about them later, honestly, because I'm very forgetful. The first day that I had asked for it, which was like probably like the day before it was due, which from that day was when I started to change up the way I asked her. She didn't have the money the day before. She had told me she's gonna work at our serving job and she's going to make the money the day of and give it to me cash. I said, okay. And this is right before I went back to college, so the cash situation wasn't going to be okay anymore after that. And then I just told her, like, since I'm going to college, could you just like cash app it to me? That would be a lot easier, and if it would be a lot better for me if you could send it to me a couple of days prior. She made it seem like it was not a problem. Time goes on. This is in color neutral, tan neutral. The second month goes by and she pays me fine, no problem. The third month I asked for it early again, and she kind of starts to question me, like, why do you always need the money early? Like, I'm gonna give you the money regardless. Kind of just explained to her, like, yo, I just like prefer to pay my bills early, because she's just like, yeah, I just pay it on time. Mind you, we used to have like the, I don't know if you've ever seen where the phone companies be like, if you put in your bank account and it takes it out automatically, we'll take $15 off your bill. So like the second month I had it set up like that, and she didn't give me the money on time. So they took, I don't think I told her this, but like if they took the money out my account, I didn't have the full $260 in my account. The account went into negative and they charged me. So, and she kind of was like, yeah, like, because also they take it out a couple days. They don't take it out like the exact day that the money is due. They take it out a couple days prior if you have that withdrawal. Took off the payment and they charged us the extra money that they had discounted prior the third month. And I let her know, like, it's gonna be this much now because, girl, you not paying me on time now. Like, after that situation, the third month she paid me and she questioned me. I don't think it should be a question of like, if I'm asking for the money a couple days prior, it should be a problem, but whatever. So the fourth month she pays me again. She didn't give me trouble this month, honestly. That month it was fine. She didn't give me any problems. The fifth month came and I think it was December. I'm pretty sure it was December. It was the end of December. And I asked her again a couple days prior from when the bill was due, would she be able to send me the money? Because like, I'm like, hey girl, the bill's due. Like, are you gonna be able to send the money soon? She texted me, told me it would be okay. She told me she'll send it to me. The day before the bill is due, or was it the day the bill was due, I text her again. I'm like, hey girl, the money for the bill. She was like, oh, I just got fired. I'm like, okay. Hear her out. Hear her the fuck out. Because mind you, she's still working at the job that we had. So, and she's been working there longer than me. So how you get fired? So I asked her, I'm like, how'd you get fired? She said some situation had happened where she thought somebody was covering her shift and they apparently weren't, and they fired her. I didn't question it. I just believed it. I thought it sounded fishy, but I wasn't gonna be the one because she seemed really distraught about it, honestly. And I was just distraught about how I'm gonna pay this bill because I'm a college student, not the fuck working right now. How the fuck am I about to do this? Tell her, just focus on yourself. It'll be okay. You're fine. Like, just pay me back when you can. So I paid the bill. I did not turn off her phone. Repeat after me. I did not turn off her phone. That same day when she's telling me she's, I'm like, do you have anything to put on the bill? Because I need something, like anything. I'm so sorry you lost your job, but like I need something, anything at all. So she was able to ask around and give me $40 to $60 to pay the bill. Mind you, we paid $260 in total, so that's $130 each. So she's still missing like an $80 to give me. She told me she's going to be getting Christmas money and that she would be able to give it to me by like January 5th, around that time. Like I remember that date for some reason. So January 5th comes around, she was able to pay me back. I didn't think about turning her phone off because she paid me back anyway. And mind you, guys are probably wondering, well, I'm broke too. Like, where did I get the money? I asked my parents for it. I said, Dad, I explained to him the situation, even though he didn't want me doing this. I explained to him the situation because I didn't know where else to go for help because I don't know about y'all, but my parents always have my back. No matter what dumb decision I've made in life, they always got my back, and I'm very blessed to have a family like that. So also, when she had given me the rest of the money, I was checking up on her and her job. I'm like, hey girl, do you have a job yet? Like, what's going on with that situation? Because obviously, another reason why I didn't cut off her phone was because she told me she was gonna be getting a job, and I thought she had already said she has a job that she starts on the Friday. Whatever day of the week we were talking, she told me she started that job on the Friday. So I'm like, oh my god, girl, yes girl, you did that shit, you got it. In my head, I didn't say it to her, but I was happy that she had a job. I was like, whew. And so January comes around and the bill is due. I text her, I'm like, hey girl, a couple days before again, hey girl, bill's due soon, like, do you have the money? And she sends me this really sad text message. I mean, she doesn't have a job yet. And I was shocked. I'm like, what? I thought you had one. I thought you told me that you had gotten a job. She was like, I'm like, what are you talking about? I never said that. I swear you told me that. So at this point, I'm just like, well, okay, I think I'm gonna have to cut off your phone because it was like mid-January. Just letting her know early about this bill. It was mid-January, I believe. Let me just explain the way the phone cycles work if you guys have never had a phone in your name. Let me explain this to you real quick because she didn't know how this worked, even though she had her own phone bill. Every month they charge you for the bill prior. Let's say my bill is due at the end of January. I'm paying for the month of December. I'm paying for the month of December in January, and she's telling me she doesn't have money. So I tell her, like, I'm gonna have to cut off your phone. She's like, it's okay, like, I understand. Like, she gets it, like, understands, because she doesn't have a job. She totally got it, whatever. She kept telling me, like, whenever she gets the money, she will pay me back. So I called the phone company. Mind you, it's mid-January, I believe. And they told me even if I cut her phone bill now, I'll still be charged for her line in February because, like I said, it's like delayed a month. They said where I was in the middle of the bill cycle, it was too far along in the bill cycle for me to cut her off and not get charged. I said, what the fuck? They were like, it's about to be February. You already used 2.5 weeks or some amount of time that was too long. And sorry. They basically told me sorry, but I'm gonna have to pay the extra $130. So at this point, I'm just mad in my head because it's like, I wish you had told me earlier you didn't have a job. I would have probably tried to cut your phone off sooner, no offense. But like, you're not paying for this month. You paid for last month. So it's like after you paid the December, I should cut your phone off for January. Now in February, I'm being charged for January. Whatever. I tell her and she basically tells me she's sorry, she'll pay me back whenever she can. And again, just not keeping me in the loop of what's going on with her, really, to be honest. I'm just really confused. I'm like, do you have a job? Are you getting a job? Are you looking? Because right now it's been over a month. It's like close to the end of January. It's been almost a month you've been trying to look for a job. But again, I don't really know how hard it is to look for a job, because I've just been working at the same job almost my entire life. Like, honestly, I've been working at the same serving job forever, guys, literally forever. And if I move, I just transfer. At this point in time, I'm kind of like getting mad, because like now we're getting to the end of January where I gotta pay the extra $130. I'm getting pissed. January, she owed me $130 because of the December back draw. So February, when I cut it off, they were still gonna charge me for her phone. So still on $130, so she owed me $260 at this point in time. I explained to her that she owed me $260, and that's when like the friendship turned sour, because I let her know how much she owed me, and she just kind of like ghosted me. Like, she kind of stopped hitting me up. I stopped hitting her up, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't try to hit her up either. I'm letting her have her own space, trying to figure out what she gonna do. I'm waiting like a little girl, like, you don't get my money? Because mind you, it's not my money, it's my parents. And trust me, Caribbean parents like to gloat. They like to say when they right, they like to say when they right. So my parents, every time I'm asking them to help me with this phone bill, tell me, I told you not to do that. I don't know why you did that, Gia. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, bro, I'm so sorry, Dad. I should have never did that. Like, you my savior. I swear to God. One time in January, right before, I think it may have been after I paid the bill. Probably not too long after the conversation of cutting off her phone. I was sitting mad on it. Like, I was sitting mad on it for a while, because she's been telling me since December that she would pay me back whenever she's able to, and she's yet to get a job, and it's been a whole month. So I'm getting sour. It's probably not a healthy thing to do, but I just felt burned. I felt really burned, and I was just really mad. Text her up, and I say, this is not a real scenario, y'all. I just wanted to see what you're gonna say. I wanted to see how you say you're apologetic, but how apologetic are you? I texted her, and I said, hey, girl, somebody told me that they're willing to pay me for your phone, and like, I know you put like $200 down on the phone so far, because her bill is $130, the line is $75, and the other $50 is basically for the accessories and the phone itself. Like, I know you paid, like, you put $200 down on the phone so far since you put $50 down on the phone for the last 5 months. 50 times, that's $250, I think. So I'm like, somebody was willing to give me $500 for the $800 for the phone, which is how much the phone was left to be paid off. And the $200 that she had put down on the phone, I'll just say, you just don't owe me the $260, because you already put $250 down on the phone, so just keep the $260 that you owe me. When I tell you, this girl went off on me, y'all. This girl went the fuck off on me. Like, what? She was like, first of all, this is not your phone, and you can't sell a leased phone, because we had the phone leased. And like, da 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 da. Who you talking to? I was confused for a second. She was like, that's mad disrespectful. Mind you, again, like I say, guys, this is all not real. If I could find somebody who could actually buy that phone, I deadass would have, because it was already broken and shit. She had broken that shit into pieces, bro. I'm the only person that still got a good ass phone still after this whole situation. I'm like, first of all, it's not even your phone, because for the last month I paid it and it's on my credit. So how is that your phone? Like, honestly, because if I call the phone company right now, tell me it's my phone. So I want to sell it, pay it up, or it's stolen property. Like, that's literally how I felt. Like, what? So the way that she went about answering me put the tone for the rest of this phone situation, basically. Like, and not like I even came at her crazy. I was like, hey girlie, I was just wondering, da 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 da. And like, she could have respectfully said no, or she could have been respectfully like, I'm about to get a job, like, girl, it's okay, like, I'm really sorry again, like, I have the money, da 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 da, like, I'll get it to you soon, like, something. You don't have to be rude about it. She was hella rude about it. She was mad as shit, and I was like, I could smell your attitude from here, honey, like, stop. So yeah, she was big mad, yo. So she got mad at me. She stopped texting me. I was just like irritated. Like, I was mad. I was like, bro, all that I've done with this phone situation to cover myself, I was like, I'm done. I'm going to the big boss. I'm going to my father. I go and call my parents, tell them what it was. He still has a phone that I'm paying off every month. Even though she can't pay the line, the phone still has to be paid. Like, that's how phone companies get their money. They want to be paid every month. That's why they make those payment plans so you could pay off the phone. Yeah, it seems nice, small little payments, whatever. But at the end of the day, you still got to pay it or your credit gets screwed up, and credit runs this country. My dad agrees to help me, and I basically call the phone company and I blacklist her phone. Yep, I blacklist her phone. And if a lot of people don't know what blacklisting means, it means basically that you call the phone company. You give them the IMEI number, confirm that you're the primary account holder, which of course I did because on my social security that she doesn't know, and tell them you want to blacklist the phone. And the phone will be basically rendered like an iPod. You can't use it on any other phone company. You would have to pay big money to unlock it. I think that's how it works. It's useless. You can't make regular phone calls with it. You can't use a GPS if you're not under Wi-Fi. It's basically no longer a smartphone unless you're under Wi-Fi. I don't know if I took it too far, but I was just mad. Like, that was just mad disrespectful. Time goes on and I hit up her friend because now I just want my money. Like, I'm not ever gonna turn your phone back on. That's literally how I felt. I was like, I'm never turning her phone back on. This is dead. This is it. It's over. Never turn her phone back on. I'm just like, I just want my $260. I can give it back to my parents because I had to give it back to them. Like, how the fuck? They paid for her phone that she had already used the months like before, and that's not fair to my parents after they told me not to do it. So I hit up her friend and I was like, what do you think about this entire situation? I basically just told them exactly what I told you. Because I don't think Amanda had told her what was going on. And I specifically spoke to this friend because, one, I knew her, and two, that used to be Amanda's roommate. So this girl knew already about Amanda's bad habits of not paying on time. She was the one that warned me as well not to do this with Amanda because she's not that good at paying on time. But when I hit her up, because Amanda was trying to make me look like the bad guy at first, she kind of went on Amanda's side. She's like, give her till February to pay you all the money back and just turn her phone back on. Like, that would be fair. And I'm just like, no, I just want my money back and she can just go do what she wants to do with her life. Like, I do not care. My nails are ratchet right now. I gotta do my nails tomorrow. So somehow I get convinced to let Amanda pay me back. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do this with her. I think the end of February finally comes, and me and Amanda, what I thought reconciled, text me and she explains to me why she stopped talking to me, was that she got really upset about what had happened. Like, I never told her that it wasn't a real situation, but I was trying to like get her to see where she was coming. I was trying to see where she was coming from, but I couldn't because like I felt like there was a better way to handle that situation. But whatever. Told me how she felt, and I told her how I felt and why I did what I did with her phone, which I blacklisted it. So anyway, she pays me back the $260, and she waited a couple days and asked me like, am I gonna turn her phone back on? And I said no. Oh, that didn't your friend tell you that I wasn't going to turn your phone back on? I just wanted the money back that you owe me? She said if I knew that you weren't gonna turn my phone back on, I wouldn't have sent you the money. I would have just gave you the phone. Oh, you know you wouldn't go tell me give me that phone. The fuck? You are not gonna give me that phone no matter fucking what. You're gonna make that phone a living hell for me, honestly. We all, me, her, and her friend get on a FaceTime group call, and I get convinced to turn her phone back on, not just because of her, but my parents told me she paid me, I should turn her phone back on, give her a second chance. So I told her these are the rules. I'm gonna turn your phone back on, but I want you to see if you can get your line yourself. Like, call them, see if you can take the responsibility of the line, and all you have to owe me is to pay your phone monthly. Now, it kind of backfired on me because I didn't think she was gonna get approved for it because I knew her credit. Oh nah, y'all. Oh nah. I knew her credit was pretty bad, but she got approved. She just owed me $50 at the end of the day, and she made it seem like we were friends. Like we were on the phone company on a three-way, and because first of all her number is under my account, I had to give my last four of my social. So I'm giving my last four of my social with her on the phone, thinking like we cool now, like we friends again, like this is all good. Little did I know what was coming. Gets her phone line, and all she has to do is pay me $50 to pay off the phone and the accessories that we still owe money on. Simple, right? Seems pretty simple. She tells me okay, blah blah blah. She agrees to it, whatever. I remember like early March, before we didn't even get into the double digits of March yet, I had texted her. I'm like, yo, like they just charged me something like weird on the bill. Like, do you know what's going on? Like, I don't think I went into that much detail with what it was, but I just told her like, yo, something's going on with the bill. Can you like call me? She didn't answer my text, so I had called her and she didn't answer that either. So I'm like, okay. So I called T-Mobile and I was able to fix it myself. Probably a couple days later, I think I was drunk, and as me thinking we're still friends, like, I text her, I'm like, yo, I need help with something, da 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 da. I don't remember what the freak I even texted her for. I just saw it in the morning, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? She didn't text me back, nothing. Then it's like March 10th. I know that for a fact. It's like March 10th or 12th or something like that. And I text, hey girl, just remind you like to pay me on the 16th of March, the $50 for the phone bill, blah, blah, blah. No text. Now at this point, at that night, I was talking to my boyfriend. I'm like, she made it seem like we were friends again, and clearly we're not. And maybe I should just like turn her phone off and be done with it. Watching it, if you're watching this, Amanda, that is not why I turned her phone off. He's like, nah, he convinces me not to turn her phone off. Let her pay me every month because like $50 is $50. So I said, okay, because she hasn't said that we aren't friends and we were still on social media together. And to me, whatever, if you don't want to be cool with me, it's fine, but as long as you haven't said nothing about me or like do anything shady, then cool. But then later on that night, I see she watched my Snap story, and like I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but there's a portion for your friends and there's a portion for other people that are not your friends, and she was under that portion, and I clicked on her name and I'm like, what is going on? And it turns out that she unadded me. He's having a dream. Anyway, it's cute. I'm like, yeah, it's done, it's over. You let yourself down, honey buns. So I called the company and I'm not able to cut off her line anymore because her line is no longer under my account. But what I am able to do is still blacklist her phone because it's still on my account and I'm still paying for it every month. So I say to myself, fuck your $50. Fuck your $50. I don't need your $50. I don't need you to pay me $50 to be disrespected like that. But first of all, you don't have the courtesy to tell me that we ain't cool no more after I just did you a solid and I'm thinking we cool. You don't have the courtesy to tell me nothing. So I said, cool, I'm gonna tell you nothing when I cut off your phone. That's it. It's a wrap. Like, you're weird for that, bro. It's not even my fault you didn't pay me. Like, you were always bad with money. Like, that's the thing. I took a chance on you. I took a chance on you. Even your old roommate told me not to take a chance on you. Like, this is the only story time that I'm still like hurt about, bro. Cause I remember telling her on the phone, like, yo, like, I never thought like this would have been like that. Like, and I'm crying at her and she's like looking at me with a stink ass face. Like, why, bitch? Why the fuck are you crying, bitch? And I'm just like, wow. But then she was like, oh yeah, like, here's my phone back on, da da da, and being all nice. And I'm like, okay, girl, like, we're cool, like, da da da, whatever. So I'm thinking the reason why she stopped hitting me up is because she thought because she had her own phone line that I couldn't like turn her phone off. And yeah, she was right, I couldn't turn her phone off. But I could definitely blacklist your phone to where, like I said, you can't connect to any other line, not even your own. The phone, when you blacklist the phone, is basically stolen. And it basically is because I'm paying the extra money off that you're no longer going to pay me because you think that you're not going to pay me. So now it really is a stolen phone because now I don't want your money and I don't want you using my phone. So I'm gonna pay it off and be done with it. I'm gonna take the L because I did that shit to myself. I should have never did that, but I did. So I gotta learn from my mistakes, and that's what I am. And moral of the story is that don't be ever too close to somebody to take bills with them. Don't even do it with your own boyfriend because, like, you don't know what's gonna happen when y'all break up or how that's gonna turn out unless you're married, because that's when the law protects you. Honestly, the law will protect you, and that's why things get split after half when you get divorced, because people don't know how the fuck to act. So luckily it was on my name. I could take control of the whole situation, because I think if it was on her name, my phone would have been off a long time ago because she just wouldn't have had her side of the money to pay it. And I can't do without my phone. I don't know who can do without their phone, but I know goddamn I can't. This is the end of the story time, but what I do want to tell y'all is that, what month are we in? We are in April, and just a couple days ago I got in a mail, and it was from her. Well, it was from the phone company to my address, but it was on her name. And I'm like, why is this bitch's mail coming to my house? Yo, you don't even like live here. What's going on? So I opened the mail and it said that her account was suspended. It was like, serves you right. Because You don't treat people that are doing you a favor. You can't get a phone line by yourself, and you treating me like that. I didn't do nothing to you. They treat you like a good ass friend and get low-key taken advantage of. That is my story time. I am trying to finish my makeup, so when I'm done I'll come back and I'll show y'all. So I completely forgot to come back and show you guys the final look, but here is a picture that I did take of a similar look. The only thing that's really different is the eye look. But let me know if you guys do enjoy these videos, these get ready with me story times, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.